it's just so relatable. It definitely showed what a Black household looks like and feels like. And just like with Reed, when I got the script for the first time a few years ago, it just hit me so hard. Like, I relate to this. This feels so real.
Hi, I'm Jared Alexander with The Brio. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
What's up, Jay?
Good to talk to you guys. First off, just how you feeling? Just in a couple days now, season 2 is about to be out.
Excited.
Yeah,
really excited. Excited for people
Ready.
to finally
Yeah.
see it. Yeah.
Right, I'm sure it's like you work on it and you wait for wrap it up and get it ready for all of us to see it. So it'll be good. I just kind of want to dive in, and this is a question again for all you guys. Just how does it feel, to have a show like this and kind of writing off this amazing reception from the first season? I think it was so exciting to see audiences take it, just eat it up. Critics, an Emmy nomination recently, and it's I think it's just really exciting, especially to see a Black sitcom succeed in this way. And I know when you're doing the work, it's not necessarily about accolades or anything. You're focused on the work, but still to be able to know that it's connecting with audiences all over is pretty exciting, I imagine.
I would say it is really great to see, specifically because when I initially got the script years ago, I saw the potential in it. And when you're working on it, you see how great it is, and you just can't wait for other people to see it. So to see the accolades that it's getting and to see the response, it's just that reassurance of like, I knew this was great and I knew that people would connect to this and want to hear these kinds of stories. So amazing. It's amazing to see that we are able to do that and share it with so many people.
Yeah, for me, it was, people are either going to like it or they're not. There isn't really an in-between with the Miss Pat show. And if you don't like it, you're just not ready for it yet. That's really the only, logical explanation for not liking it. But it'll grow on you if you don't. You gotta have a little time with yourself. But yeah.
For me, it's just so relatable, and it is definitely it definitely shows what a Black household looks like and feels like. And just like with Reed, when I got the script for the first time a few years ago, it just hit me so hard. Like, I relate to this. This feels so real. And to shoot season 2, it was extremely magical, and it was one of the best times of my life. And when we show it to the world, man, I mean, people are really going to enjoy it.
Yeah, we really upped our game with season 2, and we're all really proud of it. And I would say being a part of something that is being recognized the way that it is, when we already knew it was great, we saw the words on the page, we knew the work that we put into it, but we were just waiting to see how the world would respond. It's been really rewarding because I feel like our shows, our stories deserve this kind of recognition. And so it's nice to be a part of something that's, pushing that envelope and pushing that forward.
Yeah, no, I absolutely think it is. And I think I've been saying in some of these rooms too, it feels like maybe 4 or 5 years ago, if we were talking about sitcoms, we might have been like, is sitcom still going to be a thing? It might be put off the pasture or whatever, but it feels like you guys are kind of carrying a baton, because it is the format of a sitcom, right? But it is its own thing for sure. And a cool evolution of that.
Definitely. I mean, you have that hybrid of what I call the hybrid of theater and television, especially with Jordan E. Cooper as our showrunner and creator, who's a brilliant playwright. That's his home base, his foundation. And so he's able to bring those theatrical elements and tie them into the storytelling in a way that is just, I feel like he's kind of creating his own genre almost, of television. And it's just an honor to be a part of it, because my mind is blown some days on set at the things that we're doing and the stories that we're telling. It's really awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that, and even with that, I wanted to ask you guys too, not even just with the format and just the high level of execution. It also, I think, likens to a lot of sitcoms of past too, where there's some serious topics peppered into every episode, right? And with humor, I think you're able to kind of bring in conversations, even into the homes of people watching, right? Of really big things that a lot of families are talking about right now, be it gender identity or school shootings, drug addiction, et cetera. How does it feel that you guys have really found that tone, where you're able to, still through humor, do your jobs, but then also really touch on some topics that I think are affecting everyone?
I mean, we have to give credit where credit's due. Just hats off to Jordan. I mean, he's the brainchild of that, and extremely genius with how he conducts that writer's room to be able to give just enough drama with the tough topics that we have to face
Mhm.
with the balance of humor to kind of soften the blow, and just the writing and how he tells it, like literally we'll be shooting the scene and he'll come in and just say a line in our ear to help out with the storytelling, and it's just, and then when you actually watch it back or when you're actually in the scene, it's like, how did he just come up with that so fast? So I mean, hats off to Jordan. I mean, he's a brainchild with that.
Yeah, and it's like messaging without being preachy.
Yeah.
That's what I love about it, you
Mhm.
know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I would just say that, life is real and things happen,
Mhm.
good or bad, and how you cope is huge and it's crazy, and it can be good, it can be bad, but like Vince said, Jordan just figured out a way Jordan and Pat, they figured out a way, like she said, to
Mhm.
turn your pain into laughter. And
Yep.
that opens up the door for many other conversations. But you have to deal with it in some type of way. Especially being Black, we got a lot of stuff to deal with. So you might as well, take some pressure off on yourself and laugh about it while you're at it. So,
Amen.
Yeah.
Yeah, to really piggyback off of what everyone said, it's just really a blessing to be a part of such a talented team and to be able to trust that they know what they're doing. And like Vince said, they whisper stuff in our ear and we don't know how it's gonna come out, but when you see it, you're like, that's magic. Like, why didn't I think of that? Or that's brilliant. Like that's, you know what I mean? Or they throw out crazy stuff and you might be like, okay, but if you just trust it, like it happens and it's magical. So it's just great just to be a part of this whole team, from cast, creators, showrunner, directors, everything.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It definitely, again, I'm obviously not there, but from the viewer's perspective, that definitely bleeds off the screen. It seems like at the end of the day, y'all are having a lot of fun.
We are.
Always.
We are.
Always. Too much fun.
Six
Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy too. Like what you just said, 6 a.m. Because it's like, even from the trailers, like
Uh-huh.
makeup and hair, like
Yeah.
the conversations that we have, it's insane. Like I'll be there and I'm like, it's 6:30 and we talk about this. You know what I mean? But it's like in times they're hard. So it's nice to go to work and be excited to be around people you
Yeah.
thoroughly, genuinely like, and that you could laugh. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
you go home to some crazy stuff, but I get to go to
Yeah.
work and have a really good time. Not many people could say that.
It's nice to go to work and it doesn't feel like work.
Yeah.
Man,
It's like one of the most, it's
that's
beautiful.
it right
Yeah.
there.
And it's nice to be doing work that's healing people.
Mhm.
Laughter is medicine. It's healing. It's a ministry, I believe. And I think all of us believe that. And, we're able to heal ourselves and heal our audiences with the stories that we tell and the laughter that we provide. So it's a blessing.
Yeah, it definitely, we need it, of course. I goes without saying, the past 2 years have been a lot. So it's definitely kind of a perfect time for that. And just for my last question, really quick, just for all the four of you, if you could describe the next season in 3 words.
I would say healing, laugh out loud, funny, and even more relatable.
Just be ready. So 1, 2, 3. Hey.
Okay, exactly. Hilarious, heartfelt, and healing. I would add healing again.
All right. Now it's on me. I would say hilarious. It's
Always.
it's kind of 2 words: boundary pushing, because we do push the boundaries.
Mhm.
Boundary pushing, and
Yeah, boundary.
relatable.
Yes. Well, thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. And definitely.
Thanks, Jerry.